Doom is an absolute classic of gaming. While not the first FPS ever made, or even the first FPS id Software ever made, Doom undoubtedly defined and popularized the genre. And without Doom, franchises like Call of Duty might not even exist, or at the very least, they'd be totally different. And now, after lying mostly dormant for the last 12 years, Doom is back in full force. So, how's about we take a look at Doom, and see how it stacks up? Normally, this is where I'd talk about the game's story, but Doom doesn't really have a story to speak of. I mean, it kind of does. There is a reason behind what you're doing, but it's not really a story. Demons are invading, and you kill them. Characters get basically zero development, and Doom Guy's entire character is break shit and shoot demons. This game's story is total garbage. And believe me, that's a good thing. With the story to Doom taking a major backseat, the game is able to focus heavily on what it does best: gameplay. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Doom is some of the most fun I've had with a game in a very long time. Doom is designed and plays much like FPS games of old, with big expansive levels, secrets to find, and best of all, some pretty fucking awesome guns. You've got everything from a pistol, to a machine gun, to a rocket launcher, and even a chainsaw. And all of these weapons can be made even more fucktastically amazeballs with weapon mods, which can be found throughout the levels. Weapon mods can do stuff like making your weapon fire explosive shots, fire miniature rockets, or even just fire a slightly more powerful shot. Each weapon has 2 mods, both of which can be equipped on the weapon, but only one can be active at a time, and you switch between them on the fly. If you haven't been able to tell, Doom is very much a combat-focused game, to the point where even getting upgrade points for your weapons is tied to how well you do in the combat. But the best thing about Doom's combat is the thing that could have totally ruined it had it been done incorrectly: the glory kills. Glory kills are performed by pressing the melee button near an enemy that's flashing, which will result in a quick and brutal death animation that also rewards the player with some health. Now, you don't have to perform glory kills, you can just as easily shoot the enemy and get about the same amount of health from it, but every glory kill is just so fucking satisfying that there's no reason not to. And the animations are only about a second or 2 long, so they don't feel intrusive whatsoever. In fact, they actually help keep the flow of the game by giving minor health drops to keep you alive. Learning to use the glory kill system effectively is almost a necessity on the later levels, because even on the normal difficulty, Doom is pretty tough. I can't even imagine what some levels would be like on the harder difficulties. The only real complaint I can muster about Doom's gameplay is that there are times when it takes control away from you to dump some exposition on you, which is kind of irritating, but there aren't too many times where the game does this, and the rest of the game is so fucking amazing that I don't even really mind. Now, Doom does succeed in other areas, like the visuals. This game is fucking gorgeous, and I will seriously fight you if you say otherwise. While it doesn't have a ton of different environments to go through, the ones it does have are incredible. High quality textures and models, pretty damn good lighting, and it all runs at a buttery smooth 60 FPS. And can we just take a second to appreciate how hellish hell looks? Look at this shit! Giant fuck-off spires everywhere, piles of bones, puddles of blood, fire, and of course, demons. This place is so devilishly detailed, and I love it. Doom also boasts a rockin' soundtrack composed by Mick Gordon, the musical genius behind games like the 2013 Killer Instinct reboot and Wolfenstein: The New Order. The music not only pays tribute to the original stellar soundtrack with remixes of classic tunes like E1M1's At Doom's Gate, but it also creates its own identity by having a sound that only Mick Gordon can achieve. I dare say that this game's soundtrack beats out the original's music by miles, and that is truly an accomplishment. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, I love this game. Doom is an absolute blast all the way through, valuing gameplay over all else, and successfully replicating as well as updating the classic Doom formula. It's a total blast, and I had a big dumb grin on my face the entire time I was playing it. Doom is without a doubt one of the greatest FPS games ever made, and I implore you to go out and play it if you haven't yet. It is truly a masterpiece. That's all for now, and I will see you guys next time.